Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another glorious evening of Essentials TF. It is I, Turbo Tabs, and I am happy to introduce you to more coverage of ETF2L 6v6. It's spring 2024, season 47, if you're still keeping out a count out there. It's week 6 now. We're kind of winding down to the serious playoff sections of the ETF2L Premiership teams, and my god, I can't handle this task alone. I've got my math wizard waiting in the wings with me. Beta, are you there? Have you got your calculator?
I was really hoping you were going to say Samus on that one. I'm not going to lie. I can't do this either. It is so complicated and so close. I can tell you this: Global Yeti are not making playoffs. Mandem, they are definitely making playoffs. That's about all I can give you.
Wait, whoa, don't worry. Let me calculate. Okay, so we got 2 points, and everyone else is on there. Okay, it's minus the 1 penalty point, and
Yeah.
yep, that is a pretty dire situation for Global Yeti. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Anyway, that reminds me. That is going to be our match tonight, Beta. It's week 6. It's Global Yeti versus Garda Panteri, Garda Pancetta, whatever name I'm going to come up with tonight for my famous sort of mispronunciation of that poor team's name. It is a team and two teams that have not much consequence, honestly, in the grand scheme of things yet. I would say it is the first step in like the big sort of chain reaction of dominoes to happen, and whether or not it goes one way or the other, it depends on which side of the ETF2L team you're looking at, Beta.
Yeah. So you see this. It's slightly more complicated. This table because Skeda and Vedas they have actually played. They've also played 12 matches, but for some reason it hasn't been registered with the ETF12 tables just yet. So Skeda, they got 4 points off of the Germans, so they have 18 points, and the Germans they have 13. So Skeda, they're actually ahead. They're actually on 3rd place ahead of TLR and Garda Panteri. To basically, in order for Vedas to make playoffs, I'm not sure it's possible, but it would involve like Garda presumably winning and then beating. Oh, who were they playing in the last one? I forget. I think it's TLR, and then
so they are playing forfeit.
Oh, they're playing forfeit. Oh,
no.
Actually, oh no, that makes it more okay, right? Yeah, but then TLR they have to lose everything, and then Nandem and Skeda they have to tie each other, so they only. No, wait, because then Skeda has too many points. Yeah, I just think the Germans can't make it, man. I think that's my final.
I think there is a convoluted, if you make it like convoluted, plus you don't know what sort of penalties these players are going to go through. I mean, forfeits have got a penalty right there. I'm sure if everybody just starts demanding for screenshots for POVs from the ETF2L admins, you'll see a lot more -1s on that penalty table. But yeah, it really is coming down to the wire. It's even going to get ugly. I think it might even go down to something like matchup, like the result, because I think that's the natural tiebreaker. Just see which team beat which team, and then put them in if things go to a tie. And even if it comes to a tie, then we get the rounds involved. It's going to be a really awkward time. But Global Yeti, it's very simple for them. All they can do is kind of enjoy the chaos of it. They can just
play spoiler.
Yeah, basically. They have nothing really to win, but they've got nothing to lose at this point as well. They can just go into it guns blazing, and they've already blazed those guns a little bit, Beta, as they did take some points away from the last resort, and they're the only team that have lost points to this Polish squad, and that's caused quite a headache for them in this playoff section. They're sweating bullets.
Yeah, and there's also been a bit of a mystery that I haven't been able to solve. So when Global Yeti actually beat TLR in that match, they won 3-1 on Bagel. And then when they did map picks and bans, the first thing they did was ban Bagel. So apparently they're just like, no, we just got lucky against TLR. We're way more confident on any other map, I guess. So they ended up picking, I think, Sultry, and then Gotta pick Gollywash. No, wait, it's the other way around. Gotta picked Sultry, and Global Yeti ended up picking Gollywash, which is 2 of my favorite maps right now to watch. So good for me, but I don't understand why.
I hit the books a little bit as well. They did play Mandem, this Global Yeti squad, and they did get trounced a little bit on Bagel. So maybe they've like lost a bit of confidence on that map. We've all had those sort of evenings of TF2 where a map just goes so blatantly wrong that it's better just to ban it out and save yourself the headache and the demo reviews. All right, quickly run me through these rosters ever so quickly, Beta, before we get into things. I'll even let you pick the team that you want to go through.
I think it's very likely Garda is going to just take this pretty cleanly. 6-0, win both maps. On Sultry in particular, I don't think it's going to be a perfect match. I think Garda, they have shown a tendency to mess up a bit and be a little bit messy. So I would suspect something like 5-1, 3-1, maybe something like that if it's very slow. But I do think they are going to end up taking it. What about you?
I think the best teams that play in ETF2 are the ones that play relax. They're just like playing chill. It's another day at the office and all this, and the pressure cooker is cooking for the old Garda. So I think it's going to be like a shy point away from them. I think it's going to go to Golden Cap on their map, and then Gully Wash. Let's, you know what, a double Golden Cap extravaganza. We're not getting sleep tonight, Beta.
Yeah. We all obviously have to go to bed and get up early tomorrow to get to work. So usually what happens is that you have like infinite pauses and golden caps and all that good stuff to make sure that you don't get your sleep that you deserve. Hey, but we're going live here.
Be thankful that you're not over in America, because then you would get a bracket reset and then all sorts of stuff. Then you're not even getting sleep. All right. If you're just joining us, this is the Essential Stream. I'm TurboTabs. I'm joined with Beta and Samus on production, and we are covering the Week 6 first map of Global YETI versus Garda Panteri. Let's see what's happening on mid, Beta.
Yeah, so far they're just kind of spamming each other out, but taking it nice and easy. You will very often see these soldiers just jump in, and they're going to Cruel very early on, trying to get in here. Actually jumps the soldier. Elov is in very aggressively here as well. The counter jumps comes in. They actually gotten so much space here, but Theos is basically the only major pick that they ended up here with. Scrimmers is the only one alive, but it's going to be a mid cap here for Garda Panteri. But they did lose their medic.
Yeah, Secret Agent Utka was just in behind enemy lines, and he wasn't even playing the spy class. He just was hanging out underneath, waited for the good time to go, and then started backstabbing them with bullets, and picked himself like 2 or 3 kills during that mid. Kind of sealed the deal there.
Yeah, Screamers, he did make it back alive. He's fine. And actually, you say he didn't play spy.
Secret Agent Utka is taking a word from my actual mouth and rocking the spy. Think he is rocking Cloak and Dagger though, so I hope you pack some sandwiches, Beta, because that takes a long time to get into position.
Yeah, it almost would have been faster just, decloak and then recloak in here, but then there's a chance they can hear you. So he's just going to take his time in here. And this is just a normal stalemate situation, so I don't think they're going to be super suspicious here.
Yeah. And the pro of this is a spy at this point. He's going in. He gets the stab very clean from Utka. Even gets some damage onto Wansu as well. But yeah, because you can't really clash check with the spy on your own team at second point like you do last, you kind of lost the luxury of seeing it coming.
Wow, Shappy just cleaning up everybody. There was basically a big scout magnet there, just drawing everyone into close quarters. And look at this. It's just a single medic in spawn waiting for his teammates. Oh, this is so sad.
Those respawn times are really cruel at this point of the map. But yeah, those kind of wipe onto second, that push from Frog was lethal. And there was enough time to just get them a 3 easy, clean last point. 1-0.
Yeah, good news here for the Polish team is that they're probably not going to have Utka just shoot their medic down that easily. Again, twice in a row that happened. That's unlikely to happen every round here. So I think they should just brush this off and just move on, and just take it a lost round and move on.
Utka's in position again. Nobody's really spotted him. He's going early this time and wants to go for the demo man, consolidating their frags early on. The soldiers get aggressive over on Garda, and they've lost their life ever so quickly. Not enough really for the scouts to back up that damage. But even then, I don't think I even saw that much damage, Beta.
No, it really wasn't that efficient this time around. He didn't really manage to get into a good position, and they managed to just absorb all the aggression coming out here from Garda Panteri. So they're going to be holding last. They did keep Theos alive this time around. Piku is nice and well alive here as well. He's going to be sitting a nice, comfy 100% Uber. So just a good old stalemate situation once again here. So he wants you in a sneaky position here up on that little platform. I like that they actually made, you know, an actual board for him to sit on. So it's not just a random edge bug kind of thing. On most maps, you don't get that little...
as you're edge bugging, you're flicking through the ETF2L rule book, just having a quick check. Like, is this allowed? Is this okay? All right, they were getting in position here over on the poles, but cool, just wrong place, wrong time, as Mr. Grix will keep him locked down from that dungeon area. They throw in Bud to see if he can just make something happen. He's got a license to do so. Soldier down means another soldier down in response, but they can't really find anything for now, and I think it's going to go to a round reset, if any.
There's still 4 minutes. They've got some time still. Hopefully they do a little more than just send in Cruel over and over. That seems like cruel and unusual punishment, right? Just sending this one guy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, so far it's just Cruel's KD. It's just my roamer. That's my Roma right there. Just suiciding it over and over. Yeah. I kind of wonder if he's going to go for some mantras or something weird like that. Maybe even a banner. You do still have the time to do that. I don't know how good this last point is to spam.
They brought somebody back to spawn. All the way back. Screamus is rocking the spy class and having a quick class check in the meantime whilst he's in the spawn area. But he also had Udka check in the spawn area as well for a spy. But this might be a kind of a pivot turn with it. Yeah, he's switched to sniper, and Udka, I think, stopped class checking during that time. So I think
he's doing it again now. So I think he's suspicious.
Okay, this is very good. I would have just checked once and just went like, good enough for me, and then just accepted the fact that they had a spy. But yeah, I think the soldier even spotted out the sniper as well. Got a rocket onto him. The audio should be enough to really know that they.
Oh, he also took 150 damage. He took a body shot, so he 100% knows.
Yeah.
There's no way. So it's just a matter of can he
They have got a plan for them. Look at them over on Garda. They're actually standing really close. They've got a sentry gun close as well. They're actually using the dispenser to have a little peek through the little window area.
Yeah, manages to get a nice little headshot onto the demo man there. Just a split second. Peeked his head around the corner, instantly gets a headshot there. Oh, sniper duel. Oh, Soda comes in, just spoils it for us. Still keeps him alive there, nice little arrow. And yeah, so usually when you have a team that's holding close like this, it actually makes it easier to jump in a soldier, right? So if you have a double soldier, which they do, you can actually just jump in, ignore the sentry. There comes Cruel again. This time he's got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I expected to happen. And Cruel is just putting like my mind to my pen and paper there. Just brilliant sort of play. And yeah, I've ever since I've seen Forfence just making these sort of double bomb jumps close.
Not running back? Why are you staying on sniper though? I don't get it. You should just run back and switch to scout. That seems like a weird decision not to do that. Oh well, they're just gonna push with the sniper here with full Uber at.
I mean, maybe there's not enough. Can you even go back to spawn and get from the nearest spawn? I think you have to go all the way back, so maybe it just takes too long. They've Ubered in finally over on the Polish squad. They've taken out the sentry gun. Check now if they can just find any sort of other frags that are easy. Utka seems like the easiest one, but he's proving difficult in these final couple of seconds. The pyro is out, kind of causing disarray for them to get onto the stinking point, but the kills are slowly, ever surely going towards the Polish squad, and Medic is taking things into his own hands, gets an Uber saw, pops off the Uber. They took so long on the Polish squad that they're actually going to lose their Medic out. Oh no, he has the whip rocket from Bud, so the Medic does keep himself alive. Piku is going to manage to keep himself alive. The sniper has gotten involved in the gameplay beta during all of that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable escape. But still, if they hadn't given Theos that Ubersaw, they would have 100% won that fight. So they still messed up a lot. But then Piku actually just saved it for his team there by being able to escape. So they're just going to keep on pressuring, it looks like. Who wants to wait for Uber anyway?
Thank you. And the sentry gun's not really set up. He's actually set around the corner. Yarlin's trying to go for the sneaky sentry, but they're fully aware where it is. They spam it down. They even get the snipe onto Udka, so the sniper actually paying off dividends. Pyro left will go down, and they just need to get the cap time up, and no more Uber. So, oh my god, clutch rocket for and Chappie comes involved as well. What a clutch little last hold!
I can't believe that. Pico's on scout, by the way.
Never give up, Peter. Never surrender. It's a stalemate. Oh, what a heartbreaking round for the poor Polish squad.
Yeah, they lost their medic on 96% there, so just a bit earlier. Like, they could have just waited like a 1 second. They probably would have been able to get the Uber, unfortunate, but then they still almost got it, and just the clutch hold there from Bud and Shappy. Very bad luck there. Well, let's see if they can win another mid here, the Polish. They can actually bring it back.
Global YETI looking like local cat as they just kind of got tamed. And Uka trying to go for his more just running underside shenanigans. Actually gets the kill onto the medic. They just need to keep Fios alive now over on Garda. They throw in one last scout. Olaf can't really get past the thick line of Garda's defense, and yeah, that's a midpoint captured this time.
Oh, Wanchu's being a corner goblin there. Gonna end up trading with Grix because he was on a medkit, but yeah, that was probably not gonna work. Good diligence there by Grix to actually check all the corners. And yeah, Alov, he's gonna have to hit some good shots here because there's about to be a 100% Uber hit just barreling down their neck. Theos, yeah.
I'm moving. I'm heading over to the sniper Pov. It's an excellent sight of one corridor, but nobody's biting, and now he's been found out. So because of this, he's still blocking the sniper. Oh no, they're still going with the Uber though, because they have got an Uber advantage. They don't want to give this up, so they will pop in. Yarlin brought really low down, double soldier bomb to defend that last sort of remnants that were pushing the point, and these two soldiers are both in. They're in synchronized swimming mode, and they're already on top of the combo, trying to get any sort of pressure out, and they've already pushed them out of second here, Peter.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate there. They lost the scout before the Uber even came in. That makes it very difficult to pressure the point. The last scout did try to put pressure on the point, but then he just died instantly.
Sniper! Oh, Kiddo goes down to Yarlin on the forward spawn. I panicked. I shrieked out, tried to tell them from beyond the mumble, but they couldn't hear me, Beta. And they do lose a Demoman. That does cause a lot of momentum to get taken out of their sails a bit, as now they haven't really got that damage force to kind of deal with this combo.
Yeah, and the Uber ad is just a little bit too much here, as they can't quite afford to stay in on second, so they're going to have to fall all the way back to last. And again, Global YETI, they're making really good headway. They're going to get another chance to go for the last push, get the forces out. You know, last time around, got a pretty decent, you know, it took Cruel 3 times, but he eventually got a nice force out of them. And they actually got a nice Uber ad push out of it. So, hey, if that's the result the first time, then hopefully that's the second time. Screamers, he dies. Maybe he just wants to go sniper anyway, so I don't even think he's that sad about it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's quicker than a kill bind, really, than just standing in front of a sniper. So let's see what he decides to rock with. I think that he's just having a quick clash check, because, you know, whilst you're in the neighbourhood, but whether or not he actually sticks with... Oh, no, he's going with the spy, 100%, so let's see what he can rock with. Very difficult to pull off spy, though. Usually you have... Yeah, see, Udka's already checking. And I think you'll already see Uka rocking out the pyro as well once he kind of realizes. But he's in position, Screamus. But can he declare without anybody hearing him? That's another question.
Yeah, they're actually not checking it this much, but this is the most obvious time to go spy. He's actually in really good position. They haven't spotted
him. He's uncloaked. The back is there. Can't quite get to him. Yarlin must have called him out just before, and feels moments away from getting stabbed, saved by the bell.
Alright, yeah. And he's getting some binds. Everyone's just getting their binds off. I love it. Good stuff here. Let's see if Screamers comes up with something other than going for the really obvious second time going spy. This is where Sideshow would have gone spy again. Right? Like, it makes 0 sense. It's so obvious.
I mean, there's not many choices in the grand scheme of, you know, ETF2L. It's like flipping a coin. Will you go sniper? Will you go spy? I've seen a few teams going the heavy weapons guy on
Yeah.
these sort of all-in pushes, but maybe it's too early in the time to tell.
Yeah, I kind of like heavy on this into this last push, because if he goes in on the left entrance and then ends up on the high ground, right, like on that platform, it's really powerful. He can even kind of hide behind the wall as well a little bit. But obviously you need to get in there and get the enemy team shoot off of you. And that's very difficult to do when you have even Ubers and you Uber in, because you're always going to end up popping first. And then you're going to get pushed back a little bit. And then it's difficult to get your heavy in through the choke. So if you have like an Uber ad, heavy in onto this last point seems super good, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems so easy to get him onto like a small high ground where you can just pelt people down. Well, Cruel's in again. He's he didn't quite manage to see the medic, but he almost gets the demo man instead. But yeah, I can't wait to see Cruel's logs. It's gonna be legitimately funny to see his KD.
Yeah, that is the Roma life sometimes, but it's very safe gameplay. When you're just throwing one soldier in, you're not kind of compromising your defense. So I can understand why they want to play it very calm and collective here over on the Global Yeti. And Bud might go down. Actually, it manages to weasel himself out. And you see the advantage here of rocking this engineer. Not only is it the sentry gun, but it's also this dispenser. Everyone's spam happy over on the side of Garda here, Beta, because they've got infinite ammo, basically.
Yeah, dispenser is really, really powerful. It's, you know, it's a superior medic because it can't drop Uber.
Yeah, it's got body armor as well. Everybody gets healed equally.
Yeah, like dispenser armor is a thing, but actually they're just going to Uber in right now. Look at how long Theo's waits until popping this. Oh, is Pico going to be able to make it out? Yep, alright. He did manage to time it just right, but Soda's on him still. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, just about makes it out, but didn't give it up without a fight here. But now the Reaper's going to come in. Cedric gets a kill, and he is on the revenge crit gun.
Oh, yeah.
Speak of the devil. Yep.
Yeah, there's not too many times you actually see that gun come into gameplay there, but because the I guess that sentry gun must have got some kills in the midst of everything and allowed a 3 crit for the engineer. But most of the time in competitive, you just don't see sentry gun kills that often.
No, it's, I mean, it makes sense, right, with Cruel going in over and over again. I would definitely use that gun for sure.
Nobody kill Cruel, leave it for the sentry.
Yeah. just shoo him over there, nice and easy.
Yeah, kite him and farm him.
Yeah. Alright, Screamers. Looks like he's getting a bit more adventurous right now, just getting more and more desperate to get in here. He has about 20 seconds. To hit a big shot. And if he doesn't get that, it's going to be the second round reset here. And obviously Garda, they're ahead 1-0, so they don't really care. And here comes another Uber.
Yeah, they popped in now, but we have only 10 seconds left, and you've got your own Uber charge on Fios. They just need to get somebody on the point, but they actually got a bit of cap time, so it could go into a bit of overtime. But it is getting a little bit sticky. It's, unless I see a lot of snipes coming out, I don't think it's going to go anywhere but a stalemate. It's back to mid Beta.
Yeah, it's looked pretty solid. It was a lot more solid this time around for Garda to hold his last point. And must be very frustrating right now for Global Yeti. They just can't make that last little bit of the map come together for them, because they're actually getting, you know, they get mid fights, they move on to second, they get all the way into last, and then you just hit a brick wall where they can't do anything.
Next issue on the chopping block is this Utka fellow. He has been a pain for them on these mid fights. They both soldiers commit in over onto Garda. They actually find some kills without needing the stinking scout, and they try to pull off the counter offense, but with a couple of players down, they haven't really got the sort of resources to kind of back up that damage. Although everyone is kited all in the same area, and Yarlin meets all the brunt force of that kited area. He gets not only an arrow to the head.
Yeah, like the medic spam somehow gets him. That's that's pretty cool. It's actually a 3-on-2, and the soldier just immediately comes in here, going to use the small man advantage, and it's actually enough to push everyone out. Look at that.
Okay, Bud clearly wanted to go in, but nobody else wanted to follow him. He just really went fishing for some sort of kill, and this might set up his team in a woeful state. They haven't set up... Oh no, they dropped Kiddu over on the last point with an Uber popped and no demo man. This is a very sad last point indeed.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Soldier's going to see if he can just salvage everything. Cruel unable to, to get that medic to pop here. Because as you mentioned, the Demo Man going down, actually wants you with a nice little flank area, takes down Shappy. So now it's the other way around where they don't have a Demo Man. And still going to be able to cap out the second really easily though. But yeah, basically the easy, no skill required method of capping a point in TF2 is just to put some people on the point and then you sticky the point and then you dead the stickies when they come to contest the point, right?
Yeah,
that is the easiest way to do it.
Classic, El Classic of capping.
Yeah, works in every division. Doesn't matter how good you are. It works in Prem, it works in Open, everything in between. It's so good. But you just can't do that when you're not a Demo Man. And obviously a Demo Man in general is really good in an Uber.
Beta, I was expecting Garda to kind of cut you off with their Ubercharge advantage, but they decided not to even use the Ubercharge. They've instead baited 2 soldiers in. I say bait, I actually get the drop under Fios. I guess he just really believed in this team. 3 Uber, you say, says Piku. He's popped everybody in, just a feel-good Uber onto everyone involved, and they will get a second point as the rest of Garda are back at last, licking their wounds and off-classing.
Yeah, and Shappy goes down as well. It's going to give them a lot of space to go in here. There's going to be a sniper that can potentially cut their heads off. Never mind, he switched to engineer.
The level 1 sentry gun is immediately power killed and spammed down. Heavy weapons guy, that can't be spammed down as quickly, surely. The soldier's spending a lot of time blocking point, and Shappy has to bring his own body into the mix. It will go down and makes that last defense a little more hair.
One more fight.
Grix, man-moding, keeping himself alive. The crossbows of Fios pushes him off again. Fios gets back onto the point. They just can't catch a break, this Global Yeti.
Oh, man, just any damage there. Like, this is what Demo Man needs a Glocks. Any hit scan, please. You just can't do that last little bit of damage and unable to hold it in. And at this point, it's just getting painful.
Bud? Oh, no, Bud. Oh, it's fine. He gets the Uber. He finally forces them, but it was a bit of a kind of weird couple of rockets. But you know, it actually it's a much better rockets over on the side of Cruel. Gets the Fios pick. That's twice in a row now, Beezer.
Yeah, he's actually warming up.
The logs, they've saved Peter.
Saved. Yeah, there should be a Medic's Force stat in the logs. But we really need that. Get on it soon.
I desperately need a game of TF2. The space stat. My God.
Space gained. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be like an infinite symbol of mine. No kills, but infinite space.
Yeah, that's my excuse as well. Pico is on 80% already. They're building up nice and easy here. This is level 2 sentry on the point. I think it's not going to be able to get up to level 3.
Once more into the breach, dear friend. As it feels like 3 times more. They've popped in. They've cleared out the sentry gun really quickly. They've got a good amount of damage. Bud also taken out as well. And the stickies on point are just dissuading the rest of Global Yeti to get on. And when they do get somebody on, they get minced by scouts, pyros, stickies, and they get another saw and another defense. The switcheroo though, they've got stickies on the point, body on the point, and doesn't quite get the cap though. In an alternate universe, there was maybe a pain train involved and made things a bit sweatier, but I still think that wouldn't have worked. But it made for a wonderful bit of TF2 to watch.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Okay, Bud, get back to your last. How dare you come to my second, says Global Yeti.
Yeah, shoes him in there nice and politely. I like it.
The gentle air shots hurt the worst, believe it or not.
Yeah. They actually have another rad, but they're also on sniper, so I don't think they intend to use it. It's not very big, so I don't blame them here. Screamers on sniper. Gonna see if we can get something again. If not, we know that they're pretty good at sending in Cruel and just getting the easy pop if the medic holds close to the wall. But they're not gonna wait. They're actually gonna go with this dot push here, and I like it.
So Sentry Gun's taken out. This time they do get Grix and Bud very... They get the snipe onto Fios. No more souls, no more scouts, no more patience from this Global Yeti squad. It's going to be 1-1. We've got a game, Peter.
Scrimmage just had to go ballistic, and they finally got it. They took a chance there with the dot push as well, with the sniper nonetheless, and it worked out perfectly. It's actually going to be 1-1. And all of a sudden...
Yeah, this is the map pick, Beta, from Garda. Need I remind you, Beta?
Yeah, the mids have been atrocious here. Like the last 3 mids or so have just been really bad. So I kind of wonder what they're going to do here too to mix it up. They've been sending in their soldiers and they're not really getting a whole lot done, but looks like they're just going to lose that demo man immediately and follow up by that medic. That's all the most important players. But they are in a pretty good position right now. And it's just Scrimmers, Ketos, and Wonshu, and they're all split up. This is extremely chaotic, but it is going to be a mid-win at least here for Garda.
Man, I wish I had as much confidence as Kidu, because he just saw 3 injured players as a demo man, and he thought, I could take him easy, and he just went back in, going for the hell dive. But it's kind of humorous now. These midpoints have just boiled down to soldiers kind of taking turns, doing a quick howdy do as they both do a double jump off of the rocket spires and over to the other team's waiting arms and see who just comes out like more golden.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, the soldiers have been really efficient. Like they actually get the medic and demo picks pretty often right now. That's actually different from the earlier mids where they were just really struggling to get stuff done. They were just jumping into scouts and getting like themselves absolutely torn to shreds. But Ubers are not equalized. They're going to send in a soldier through the choke here.
Wait, is that a crit over on Shabby? Surely you can't get anything with this kill. Oh, that was close. That was dangerously close. Kind of curiously how it didn't actually get the medic, but it poured a sort of scare down the spines of this Global Yeti. Big Bud flank and a flank onto the other flank. And the scout is still managed to survive during all of this chaos. And with just Screamers left alive, might humor the idea of trying to hold on to second, but it is a stacked MGE match on the second point against this other scout.
Sword in the scout versus scout and medic. Oh, he's actually building Uber, so he's not going to be full health here. This might have been a mistake.
Oh, no.
He could also lose that medic as well.
Oh, there feels. Oh.
Yeah,
it's a good thing health pack was there, Beta. Otherwise, I think that medic was mincemeat. But yeah, manages to bait them in, and the team has rejoined now. Garda has entered the game, and it's back to last. But this time, it's a blue last.
Yeah, they man-moded that one, and they're gonna have an Uber.
Crits.
Oh yeah, crits. Sorry, add here going into it. They're gonna get cooldown. Scout flanking here. Uka gonna come in from the side. This might actually work out really well for them. They're gonna lose their med, so they're basically gonna no, not suicide. They're gonna all in now, right? Surely they have no reason to stay out. Their med's dead, and they want to get people before he gets Uber.
Oh no! It's 3 combat classes pushing them back at last, and they've just managed to just kind of push them into the corner and get on top of the point. It's damage class supremacy. Who needs a medic?
Indeed, they actually sent people back to get some medkits, and then they went back in. Really nice. Like patience shown from them there in that push. I think a lot of teams would have panicked, you know. Probably Global Yeti would have panicked.
I think when you see like a medic on the field still, you're like, that team's got infinite health. We can't possibly. Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's see what this goes on with this mid now. Bud and Grix arrive right on time. Both soldiers meeting sequence from the Polish squad. Cruel and Kiddo, and I'm seeing a lot more sort of dominoes fall on the side of Global Yeti. I think that's just Uka just kind of controlling a lot more of the combo.
Oh, Alop's behind. Okay, he's going to come in here now. The double scout aggression, but eats a pipe. Going to crater in. And there we go. Shappy doing absolute work right now. He's been doing really well so far in this map. I really feel like he's been doing so much clutch damage. And just overall had a really strong impact on this game.
With less than 3 minutes left on the clock and 1 round down, push back to your last. It's kind of a sad state of affairs here, Beta. I mean, you can't really use the round reset at this point. It's expired. So you need to kind of start cooking if you're over on Global Yeti to see how you can get out of last. And I'm not sure I've seen most Prem teams get out, just traditionally. The Uber in now over on Garda. Medic's kind of caught out in no man's land, and he will be no man left on the land. He is down. They've got the Udka heavy. He actually came from dungeon instead, kind of a sneak heavy, and yeah, clean.
He did the exact opposite of what I said he should do. It worked out perfectly. Yeah, he just went to the low ground somehow, and it worked perfectly.
That's one of those pub heavies, Peter. You know those ones where you go around the corner and you're like, of course there's a heavy there. Of course there is.
Why wouldn't you just be spun up around the corner? Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
And with that silent minigun as well. Ugh,
Yeah.
Balancing valve. It's cool.
Yeah.
Another day.
Once
Another day,
the
Ben.
first man in. Actually gets so much work done with Poku. So Theus and Shappy, that's the 2 power classes down. But actually, there's a lot of pressure still here. If they're not careful, they could lose Piku. I think they're just going to go out. Oh, no! Actually, Alof stays in. Doesn't want to
Scout Chariot. Yarlin hiding, going for the med kill, and gets the dogs on him and can't quite finish him off. It's Grix's final time to go and take, but can't find any sort of kill onto Piku. I think that's all they were hoping for, was just a medic pick.
Yeah, I think it's just because they look at the time and like, if the medic is dead, there's 0% chance that you get 2 rounds, right? I still think there's about 0.1% chance they actually get 2 rounds, but hey, at least now they're going to be able to get 1 more point. You never know. It's so close that points can be important.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Garda might need these rounds differences, you know, when it comes to the playoffs. So, you know, whatever could do to hurt them.
Ooh,
nice little air shot coming out from Grix. And
it's
actually
the second, though.
Keeps himself alive for a while. Pyro is being peppered, will go down, and the medic just kind of throws himself to the walls as well. It's another round on the board for Global Yeti. And I guess 1 less in the pocket of Garda for any sort of playoff.
Yeah, like, it might not work, but, you know, you never know if point differential is ever going to play into this. So I fully support Global Yeti's attempt here to play spoiler. And, you know, despite not the greatest motivation to play TF2, there is really...
I'm pretty sure it's the most powerful of all of them. I don't think, even with all what little mouse mats and money and keys that ETF2L have offer, spite will always be the most powerful factor. Speaking of spite, in spite of that being the map pick for Garda, I think that we're in for a treat on this second map, because that means Gullywash is going to probably be the most confident that this Global Yeti team is going to be in this match. It is their map pick.
Yeah, and I actually kind of feel like these stalemate situations have been really... They've kind of been fine for Global Yeti. It's only been last points that they really struggled with. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a lot of go behind, play sniper in big door, send the scout or soldier in behind, and then make plays that way. I could actually see that work out pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if Global Yeti have some really good plans there. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect here.
But yeah, I believe Garda was just being very clutch this game. Like, I'm trying to cast my mind back. I've seen worse games. I've seen bigger mistakes. I've seen more chaos. This was relatively just a clean game of TF2 and just a couple of high moments here and there. Maybe not all the mids swinging your way. Actually, the mid differential on the logs, it's quite even Steven between these two teams, which is kind of shocking to say. But
yeah.
The only thing that maybe sticks out for me in my mind is obviously those last pushes. There would be some spanner in the works somewhere with either Kiddu going down, or, you know, they just couldn't quite clean up some of these like damage frags that were coming out from Garda quick enough and all this, or just taking the time too much, trusting their medic would actually, and the heals would bust them out of some of these situations they got themselves in, and it didn't. So maybe change a little less faith in the medic, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm looking at the logs here. You know, I was obviously looking at the cruel KD. He went 9 and 24, not quite at the legendary 425 kill death ratio stat line. So he did a little better than would have been funny. He actually played pretty well, got some good Uber forces out, killed the medic twice. But overall, pretty good stuff. But yeah, it's always funny to see 24 deaths. But actually, Bud, he's right up there with him, 9 and 24 as well.
I will do a little shout out to Shappy though. He's keeping himself alive as almost anybody in the server. The medics are kind of toting right behind him on his death counter, and the live demo is a damaging demo.
Yeah, and he flipped it, basically flipped the KD of Bud, right? Going 25 and 9. That's basically the flipped one. So yeah, pretty cool.
That is one thing I want to touch upon a little bit. There is a little bit of times where I'm seeing Bud go for these fights or these low jump ins and all this, and I do wonder how much of it is actual suicidal, I want to make a trade, or how much of it is I wanted to actually fight that team. Where are you?
Yeah, he sometimes definitely gets a little over ambitious, I think, with those bomb ins, where he probably would have been better off just maybe waiting a bit and coordinating with his team a little bit more than what he does. But overall, I think there were also a bunch of times where he, would suicide in stalemate situations. So it's not like, it's just that he was overextending. He was also, responding in kind whenever crew went in. He was like, no, my brother in Romer, I'm also going to suicide in, right? So
Yeah.
I wouldn't read in too deeply to it.
But yeah, apart from that, everything else has been incredibly solid. Like they know their roles pretty well. They are like playing the dance of the last point perfectly, where everyone's kind of like, I know I'm going to die, but I need to die for my cause. And yeah, over on Global Yeti, if I had to like shoot them out some sort of pointers, it's kind of hard. Like it just feels like they're just lost to these little tiny fringe cases, and you just like, I'm sure it's fine, just get back in there, and then it happens again. What can you say to them if you're in the locker room, Beta?
I have no idea. I would be the worst coach ever. It's just like, don't let it bother you, I suppose, is all I really have. But yeah, I don't know. Whenever you have like those head scratching moments where you just kind of running your head against the wall seemingly over and over again, I guess I would just focus on the fact that they eventually did get around, right? So they actually did break it at the end. So,
if anything, they would have got many rounds if it just wasn't for like literally a couple of fringe cases and all this. So you could almost kind of cope to yourself in your mind, like, oh, we basically won that, but TF2 being TF2.
Yeah, they basically won except for the part where they didn't get the last point.
Yeah, that's not important. Like, but up until that entire bit, if you eat 99% of your meal, can you really say you haven't eaten it?
Very true. Yeah. Sure.
All right. We're on to the next course here, Beta. It is the main for Global Yeti. It's Gully Wash. What things can you tell me? Do you think this enables Global Yeti in any way? Do you think Cruel will have a less cruel time? Or is it going to be a cool time?
I think Cruel's going to have a better time on Gollywash. Gollywash is pretty famously pretty decent for Soldier. And, you can play in Big Door and those kind of things. It's generally easier on last holds and everything in between. So I think it's going to be a little easier for him. So things I noticed, like Scrimmers was obviously doing pretty well on Sniper. He's also playing Sniper in this pregame that we're watching right now. So
Sniper to mid, confirmed.
Yeah, there's no way that's not happening. But perhaps maybe just Sniper on second, from mid to second. We could definitely see it. And, you can hold Big Door and then you could send in.
Actually, you're right. It is one of the few mids that people have been rocking Sniper on in some matches. I mean, it's kind of thought we'll have to turn the history books a little bit. You're right, but it's happened. Is what I'm trying to say. There are mids where I feel like Flat Sniper just never works, like maybe like Snake Water or something like that.
Yeah, I still wouldn't say it's very good to go Sniper to this mid, but I don't think we're gonna see that actually. But I think what's gonna be more important on these mids are actually the demo man, and so far I think Shabby has been better, just straight up, so far in this match. So if he can keep that up, he's really got to give his team an advantage, because if there's one thing we all know from playing Gollywash is that if the enemy demo is better than your demo man and he's able to just spam you out as soon as you enter mid through Big Door, it is so oppressive to play against. Like, it is awful, just absolutely terrible. Yeah. Like you kind of feel like you've lost the mid before you even started. It is just so much chip damage that you can take from that. So definitely need to make sure to keep Shappy in line, and obviously he just needs to execute well. And so far he's been doing that, and he's also been kind of impressing me so far this season. He's been playing really well, I think. So definitely gonna keep my eye on that. But we are going into the first mid here of the second map, Turbo Tabs.
Oh boy, and already they're kind of keeping checks on Shappy like you wanted to. He's already got some spam to start off. Cool has gone down pretty early though in the grand scheme of things. That's probably put a hairline fracture in this entire sort of outlook of mid, and yeah, they all just completely fall over to Garda. I didn't even see any fight in them, Beta.
Yeah, Wanju also took a ton of damage. He was sitting on 8 HP in Big Door, and he was just unable to get an arrow. So he is now behind lines, but yeah, they know. Scatter spotted him. Oh, he's not even going to be able to get out. Nice little air shot there from Bud. Takes him out as well. You cannot get out. Wanju's not happy about it, as they're going to actually have a nice Uber to work here on last as well. There's a sentry gun going up. There's a pyro guarding it, but it's going to be very difficult. Actually, the spam just takes it out immediately.
Yeah, so Pyro will be switched off to Scout now. Now they're just starting to brawl. Just get those people out, get people onto a buff, and then just start fighting. You know, while the Demo Man tries his best to hold on to that last point for as long as possible, but nobody is there for those last little remnants. It just takes one Scout Beater and a couple of pairs of eyes off the point, and it will be a first round. But it was looking pretty good for them.
Yeah, it was just shabby. He just kept lobbing these one pipes across the point and just perfectly hitting people and just deleting them. And then, you know, Unke was just standing there ready to cap it out and somehow getting that cap. It wasn't the prettiest push, but it worked out for them. So that's a nice little advantage once again here for Garda Panteri going into the second mid.
Okay, this time everyone's a little bit more in order here, Peter. Not everyone has gone down just as quickly. They actually tear across the point over on guard, and they try to do a counter bomb to kind of just feast upon those players that are walking across the point, but it's just not enough damage in the tank. They just still, oh, nice sort of duo trouble of soldiers. Wanzu commits himself in to get the Fios Force, and there's one man left. He's a 6 HP warrior. Gets the health back. Now he's a 73 HP warrior. 18 and dead.
Yeah, unable to get it. All right. Okay, finally reinforcements come in here. They're going to get this mid, but they did have to use the Uber to actually cap it out. There's not going to be an Uber ad. It's actually going to be an Uber disad, but it's 50. So that's not really
Utke is like, Uber disad, you say. It's time to rock the spine. He's even got Invis Watch as well. He's got Hot Date tonight. He's got no time for Cloak and Dagger Beta. He's got to get in there, and he's got to get in there quick.
Yeah. Gonna just run in through Big Door and zero spam for him to deal with.
Don't bump into anyone. Pick up all the ammo boxes. It's infinite, and this is usually the best place to like declare.
Okay, his team really needs to make some noise for him here. Otherwise, he's not.
That's what Grix is doing right now. He's in the top area. It's making them call out. He's decloaked successfully, and he hasn't shown himself immediately. So, you know, even if they did hear some noise, they're like, it must have been nothing. You know, Metal Gear Solid stats.
Must have been the wind. Yeah. But whatever they say in Skyrim, whenever you like hit them with an arrow.
Oh no! The man is taking stickies to the knee, and he's gone down. Beta. Oh well. So, okay. Well, there's two players lost one apiece. They've just popped in. Yeah, they want to go get a multi situation happening. Olov is keeping himself in for a decent chunk of time. Nobody's watching drop down though, I think. And this might pry Wanzu to do something, but nah, he actually backs out now. I think he got spotted by Yarlin.
Yeah, cool. Looks like he wants to do something. He's only half health. He shouldn't be able to get much achieved here. Yeah, he's actually just going to slither out of there.
Utke.
Look at that. Utke, switch the sniper, immediately gets a nice look onto Kidu. And now we know what's going to happen. Bud's going to come screaming in here through the choke. Actually gets a really nice ramp serve. Good rocket. Oh, those rollers.
Oh, nice snipe. The sniper's actually working out for them. To say they lost 2 at choke and my flank and all that.
He was alone. He's actually alone. Oh, no. What? I was hyping up Screamer Sniper, but Utke, he is so dangerous.
Yeah, the disadvantage of holding that part of second, while it can feel very secure, there's no exit strategy. If you are stuck in that corner, you are truly stuck. and that's just what happened to Piku. He ends up going down. They've got 100% Uber charge now, and they even had the courtesy of shooting Uka off a sniper ready for scouts at last. They've Ubered in. They find that pesky soldier early on during this fight. They have to deal with all these buff scouts now, but they're already doing that easy strat that you were talking about. Put stickies on the point, stand on point, but they haven't really mastered the standing part. They're actually going for the killing part, and yeah, instead... No point play, just kill play.
Yeah, poor Al is getting just absolutely gremlin down with melee weapons there when he's alone. Good stuff. Actually, a pretty decent push there overall. You know, even with them not really standing on the point, they still got enough damage out of it that it was a pretty easy cleanup there. Pretty clean push overall, I'd say. And that's going to be 2-0. Somehow the map pick of the Polish guys are not working out. Oh my.
Griggs has gone down immediately and they're tired. They're just going to go for a simple medic bomb at Big Door, just get that medic out of the equation and maybe keep our medic alive. They even have drop down checked and covered by the scouts. They only sort of play that. But did they check the other drop down, Peter? I didn't think so.
No. Okay, I think they saw him. But Uka, he's now just absolutely snaking around here behind lines.
Where is this man going? He's in lobby. They're trying to find him, but they don't want to waste too much time trying to get to this guy. In a way, if they just ignore him, it's like a pseudo dead man. But no, they had a trap waiting for him. Can't quite find the frag though. Odegaard, there we go. Finally goes down now. But that's one soldier kind of out of commission, and a lot of time wasted here, Peter.
Yeah, he might have thought he was on the shot, the scattergun instead. But actually, they're gonna use this Uber in. Put a scout on the point, and I think they cleared the point of stickies pretty well here, but unfortunately, like they did get Shappy. This is actually really important. So they're doing the strat, putting people on the point, putting stickies on it. Ooh, not quite able to get good enough damage out of it though.
The Demo's staying alive throughout all of this. The Pyro's a poor little lost lamb in this world, and we have a couple of combat classes left, but they've got respawners back in, and it's just this timing affair for Global Yeti. It takes so much time that these respawners have been deadly to them.
Yeah, Pyro is super good on this last hole. There you go. They're eventually going to just hold off the pressure. And we've seen this so many times, this match. They just hold off these last pushes so many times. Screamers, he's going to read the writing on the wall. He's going to go back to sniper. It's worked out for them before, you know. So let's see if he can make the magic happen once again. There's a bunch of good places to snipe on this last point, but they're all kind of all in. You have to extend pretty far to get a good look, but if you do, you can be rewarded with a medic pick.
Yeah, it's a very tiny room. They actually get the trap onto Olaf, and who's playing the point, and they even get a pipe and a rocket onto the poor sniper. He walked all that way for nothing, Peter.
Yeah, both scouts going down here is actually really nice. It's going to allow you to push out without being worried about a back cap.
Okay, well that's a demo man pick at last. That's pretty good in the game of Team Fortress 2, so I wonder if they'll play off of this. Obviously they want all their bits and pieces from the respawn, but will that take too much time by the time Shappy's back alive? And yeah, he's back up now. He hasn't got sticky set up, but he's going to be contributing to the fight, and Scout can play the point. But no, the Pyro's just and the soldiers dissuade him. They pop off Uber charge over on Garda, who finally gets it now, and that's going to kind of call curtains for this last push.
Yeah, Kido went water, tried to see if he can be sneaky, but he got spotted out pretty easily there. So they're going to move out on top here, sort of very aggressively in here. And they're actually going to contest the second point. I'm kind of surprised they're going to go for that. And Pico might die for it, being chased down by a scout, just barely going to get saved. And
oh my days. Uka must be made of like butter and oil or something. He just kind of slipped in and out and didn't manage to die during all of that. So with a slight advantage to Garda, I don't think they're aware of it though. So I believe they'll just hang out at Chode.
Yeah, but you know they're going to have all their men alive for it because of the scout class moment we just witnessed. Look where Screamers is, by the way. Oh, he just slipped off. It was pretty funny. It's like up, it's kind of sliding up on the little slanted roof in the corner. Apparently, you can do that as scout. And now Crew's going to do one better. Just float up there. It looks fantastic.
it's harder than it looks. Like it's really annoying to kind of keep that perpetual surf going, but instead they're just kind of chilling here, waiting for something to happen. I don't know who they think should take advantage of this. Usually it's the mid-point captured team, so what they can cook up of Global YETI, but they seem to be playing very patient. They finally jump.
Actually, how did Scrimmers get all the way up there on the lamp? I'm genuinely a little confused.
Oh, you can use the Boston Basher, can't you? Just hit yourself up, fly.
Well, he's not contributing to this fight right now, so hopefully...
Oh my god, they spotted him. They actually were setting up for this sort of hiding scout play. And I don't know why they were hoping that this would be the all-in play. They pop off Uber, but they're going to get this medic kited out. I don't think he can get out in time, and yet everybody collapses in. And with no medic involved during all of this process, I think, oh my god, Wunsu coming in, giving them a reason to maybe struggle on this second point. And is more importantly, denies Chappie the forward respawn kind of capture. Just that sort of area of denial, keeping that door kind of trapped up.
Yeah, Scrimmer's just kind of playing around as in forward spawn with Sniper, looking for them. He's actually getting a lot of looks here. Theo's slowly losing confidence in his team.
What the hell is going on in this game? There's like 5 different things happening in the match right now. No, I refuse to believe all of this is coordinated. We've got a sniper in forward, one is doing a skirmish in top, one's in big door, one's inside the base. Now they've lost the top fight. They're all backing out now. Nobody had an Uber charge or anything to kind of play off during all of that. And they lost the demo over on Garda, but they still decided to push in anyway. Get in the clown car, Vito. We're going to Clown Town.
Yep, there's space for everyone here. As actually 2 scouts take down Ella.
There's a... Oh wait, actually they never capped second during all of this. Oh my god, they actually went and chased so hard, but why? They didn't even have Uber. And now they have to meet them at big door. Now they pop Uber? Okay, we're going to go for the medic, but he has Uber. And yeah, they're trying to back out, but they don't back out the tiny door. They go for the lobby instead. The scenic route. They go down in lobby. The scouts are panicking. They're going back in. They're jumping into 5 players. Wunsu somehow killing the medic. Another soldier into the mix. There's a scout coming during all of this chaos. And they managed to get this last point. Olaf is the only one. He's actually been sneaked past. Manages to get the soldier kill. Gets killed off by the scout. The demo is the only one alive. Udko is making him sweat for it. Another respawner. And Theos has gone back to spawn.
Just some nice chill TF2 we're just witnessing right now. Oh my god. That was chaotic as hell. And he's gonna be sneaky in big door. He's kind of snuck forward right now. And meanwhile, you have Grix holding up on this high ground. Oh my god, Pico's gonna go down. Oh, the fat rock.
That's very... It was a very greedy push. And to hold that medic there as well, basically on a silver platter, a wooden platter, I should say, as the terrain suggests. And with no medic and everyone in disarray, and I'm going to say it, in Tilt Town, I don't think anybody can really focus. Wunsu goes down trying to fight off 5 people. And yeah, Piku, yeah, I would go back and spawn too, Piku. Manages to get maybe a bit cheeky buff onto...
on 95% Uber.
Udkut, the capping sniper, Uber saw the cap off to win. 16 minutes left. Oh my, we're going to be in for a long set of rounds.
That got real messy real fast. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That was quite the amount of action we just saw. Like those pushes were so lazily put together. It just immediately got dismantled. Let's see here. Kito's actually going to go through lower door. It looks like they might go through right side here. Both soldiers in the skybox. And so far they haven't really done much, but the right push is actually working.
I don't believe it. Usually the right push is just that sort of Hail Mary last second just switcheroo of any sort of mid. You know, when you just need to change things up. Right side usually isn't the favoured mid, but it's a different mid. And it worked.
Yeah, it is definitely prone to being just completely shot down by some sticky or pipe spam. You know, just one explosive class. Just spamming that.
They've Ubered in.
The stairway, yeah.
They haven't really got a sentry gun to deal with though, and they kill off a soldier. The scout's pressuring point. Actually gets a nice bit of DM and sort of heads turning, and yeah, this heavy's got a little bit of things, but they were capping second during all of that beta. I think they could have just afforded to slow down just a tad.
Oh, Scrimmers is in the Div 2 spot. In the corner. There's no way they don't check us, right?
Oh,
They're
y'all
not
is
checking.
Div
They're
2.
not checking.
But
He's
is Div
running
2. Shappy's the only one that's Prem that checks that spot. And they get the kill onto him, so it's a happy ending for Garda.
Eventually, they're gonna push out on here. Actually, already have a scout in here on mid. Utke gaining so much space for his team, and then the big door looks like that's gonna be a trade. Never mind, Grix wins the duel.
That man has got Big Door on lockdown. He's got to be feeling himself a little bit there, as the rest of his team are going to make their way through the Big Door themselves. And the Olaf just kind of claiming ground and will get the medic force onto Theos. And no Ubercharge for last beta. That's annoying. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep, there's no Ubercharge for either one there. So one medic is now dead, but there are going to be heals for Garda as they push in here. Wanju's in a nice position though, does a ton of damage, but it's not going to be enough here as everyone else around him will fall. It's going to be 4-0 here for Garda Panteri. They are looking very nice here to just take this in a clean 5-0 and get 6 points packing.
It's 4-0, but it's basically 5-0 in the hearts of Global YETI. You can see the gameplay and the gear change and the sort of the lack of heart.
Mid. We're actually getting it.
Utke has been feeling himself with the sniper. Poor kid who gets shot. Oh my god, he gets the medic kill and has the force Wanzu's hand and actually ends up double slapping them. But that's one less soldier in the main fight of Garda. And low ground kind of is not a fine place for this soldier to kind of fight up against 4 players.
For the 1v1 with Shappy. Is Shappy gonna respond? I think not. I'm
waiting with bated breath. Yeah. I don't think so. This man is taking things seriously. 4-0, 12 minutes left. We probably should have predicted a time rather than a scoreline beater. As the mini sentry, my worst nightmare, has been shown. They pop off Uber. They're making their way to last. There's nobody to even fight. Yarlin wants this game over and done with. Fights off the 2 HP soldier. He gets off the point. And there we go. It's 5-0. Thank goodness.
It really feels like it just, like around the 16-minute mark, the game just fell apart, right?
Yeah, they just lost all resemblance of decision-making, kind of coherency. Everybody just turned into absolute hero mode. And, I mean, to give Garda credit, they did not fight the force. They just went with it and were just like, oh, you want to go crazy? We can show crazy. And everybody was just having a good mingle and a fight in all this. And I can't imagine what comms would have been like. I think you just stopped coming at that point. You're just playing silence.
They're speaking Polish anyway. Nobody understands that. Not even Polish people. I'm pretty sure.
Fortunately, we all share the same numbers in this world beta. Let's have a look at the log.
Yeah. Once you have a lot of damage. Yeah.
Get up right to the top of the table, sir. Claim your crown.
Classic Gollywash soldier stat line right there. Just smashing into people, getting a ton of damage. Well done, well done. Yeah, I was talking about Shappy being controlled. And, yeah, he did absolutely not have like the most dominant game. He was fine. I don't think you're crying about a 5-0 roll, right?
Who can I really highlight here at this point? I mean, the difference in medic deaths alone kind of just tell the story of the game. Of when the medic is dying this differently, I don't think it's the medic's fault. This is like a team sort of problem, and things are just not in a survivable state for anybody to keep alive at this point of the game. And if I flick back to the mid-fights are surprisingly even. So with some of those sort of Hail Mary right pushes and all that, I think they had some opportunity to work something in this game for the Global Yeti squad. But this last push for them is just really hurting.
Yeah, and on this, it really feels like yes, they won mid sometimes here, like Global Yeti, but they never got the same thing out of it as Garda
Yeah,
Panteri did.
you're right.
Like those two first rounds were kind of just really crucial mid fights that just kind of rolled into a point, and then that didn't happen on the other side.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money. As I think it was kind of clean for some of those Garden mids, which clean mids go into clean rounds, and I don't think there was anything squeaky clean to the side of, especially in this match from Global Yeti. But it was entertaining, to say the least, and I think all that's left to do is kind of wrap up this week here, Beta.
Yeah, and you know we basically got the result we were thinking about. So now Garda Panteri, they're going to be sitting at 23 points. So they're actually second place. And it is going to be really complicated next week. So absolutely do tune in next week because anything can happen outside of Global Yeti making playoffs. Sorry to break that to you, but basically anything else is mathematically possible. And I am not smart enough to figure everything out right now, but it's going to be one hell of a blast here and just an absolute bloodbath.
All right, so that was our coverage of ETF2L Week 6. It was Global Yeti versus Garda Panteri, and I was joined by the lovely Beta, by the lovely Samus, and if I do say so myself, the lovely Turbo Tabs. We'll see you guys next time over on the Essentials.tf channel, and yeah, hope to see you real soon for next week.